Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about doing church during COVID-19. Now, I'm going to talk about how Christians can do church, not how churches can do church. You ready for it? Well, let's go. All right, so for COVID-19, most people are stuck at home on Sundays. They're not going out to a worship service. They're not doing social distancing. They're just home. And for the most part, the future of the church for at least the next year is going to be doing church at home. And I want to encourage you, don't miss out. Sing along with worship. Listen to the sermon, apply it to your life, discuss it with your family. And do these things because it's so easy to neglect your soul. It's so easy to forget or to find other things you can do. And God's word renews our hearts, our minds, and our souls. So we need to be in worship. Now, relating this back to the three circles, you're in corporate worship, but you're not with anyone else. And that's okay for the situation. When we're looking at that middle circle, we need to remember that our community group, our Sunday school class, if you're doing Zoom meetings, if you're doing any sort of online meeting, make it a priority. Stay connected. It's so important to maintain those relationships. Right now, so many people are dealing with cabin fever, being stir crazy, not getting the community that they need. And a big way to meet that need is through your small group if they're doing Zoom. Now, for your small circle, I want to encourage you, if you're dealing with any sort of loneliness, if you're going like, man, I wish I could hang out with so-and-so, call them. Tell them that you miss them. Ask them how they're doing. Catch up. People need to know that other people care. And it's so easy for people to think of excuses not to. Oh, they're probably busy. I don't know what's a good time for them. Who cares? Just call them and try to catch up for 5 minutes. Let them know that you've been praying for them. And by the way, pray for your family and friends. Don't let up on the spiritual disciplines. This is actually a great time with everything else being put on hold to get back into having a personal devotional life. Now, normally, you might have kids in Boy Scouts, you might have sports, you might have a regular Tuesday night activity, but now the schedules are freed up because we can't meet in crowded areas anymore. Well, let me encourage you, partly utilize that time to invest in your family and in your friends. Call them. I have some friends that every morning at 6:30 they call each other and they just catch up and they pray. I personally try to call a couple people each week on my commute from work back home because I'm in the car, I'm in there for half an hour, and it's a great time to just try to call people and catch up and see how they're doing. All you do is be a little intentional and you can be the church because as loneliness increases, as depression increases, you got to maintain those relationships. Be a friend. You don't even have to leave your house to do this kind of thing. But you do have to be intentional. And I want to encourage you, pursue God in this time. It's so easy to get distracted by everything. Because I realized this morning on my commute to work that we're just doers. You know, if we can't be involved on an activity, weekly, whatever we normally be doing right now that we can't be doing, we're doing something else. We're filling it with Netflix. We're filling it with honeydew projects. And that stuff has a place. But we need to be taking care of our soul. We need to be pursuing God. And so let me encourage you, during COVID-19, be the church by being a friend and pursuing God and bringing spiritual things into conversations with your friends.